For more on how campus protests are impacting student safety, let's bring in Fox News contributor Paul Mauro, former NYPD inspector, and David Delarosa, a Jewish student who attends George Washington University. And David, I want to start with you. You and I were speaking yesterday. I was a reporter covering the protest, and you agreed to talk to me about how you felt about what was happening on campus. And another student from another university came over and began to accost you. I want to play for our viewers a little bit of that exchange and then get your reaction. Watch.
Some protest over there,
and
this is our university, and I believe
I'm on public space. This is a public street.
This is a public street. I believe in the
This
freedom
is a
of
public
speech.
street.
I believe in the
This is a
freedom to
public street.
protest, and that's
First
everybody's
Amendment.
First Amendment
This is
right.
not-
To be able
this
to
is
protest,
not
to be able to
GWU
speak
property
freely.
right here.
But when you come here and you call for an intifada revolution, you're calling for the death of my people.
I'm not.
You're
I'm Jewish. I was a Hillel manager.
There's no need to speak
Don't
to me.
conflate anti-Zionism with
If
anti-Semitism.
you don't want to have a conversation, you can turn around.
David, when you watch that and you relive that moment where you clearly were being harassed and threatened, your reaction?
You know, it's scary times that we're living in. And first of all, thank you for having me. Campus climate is very scary for a lot of Jewish students across the entire country. The fact that a friend of mine can't walk through the university yard and have a piece of matzah because it's Passover without being yelled at or harassed or spat at simply because she's eating a piece of matzah is threatening. A lot of Jewish students across the entire country are feeling very, very threatened by these protests.
And Paul, I want to bring you in on this, and this is just one of the examples. I've watched it happen. As a parent of a kid about to go to college, I can only imagine what David's parents and every other Jewish student parent must be feeling. Do you feel that the universities are doing enough? And if not, what do they need to do?
So the universities could have taken a much clearer track right from the beginning, specifically Columbia. They only were complainants on trespass violation, which is a glorified parking summons. And these kind of details matter because it empowered the students. They came right back the next day. And then this entire thing went viral. What I would urge Jewish students across the country to do is to log everything that's happened. Look, let's be really frank, okay? The administrators are scared, and half of them are on board with this. Our administration in Washington is likely the same. Right now, we just get word that President Biden and the VP will be attending very few, if any, commencement speeches. They don't know what to do with this either. Log all of these events, sue. Get into Discovery, get all of the emails and the text to find out what's going on. And that's the only way you're going to get any movement from the administration and from these colleges, because right now they're hiding in their proverbial tents as well.
David, you were nodding your head while Paul was talking there. Are you keeping track? And do you feel specifically, the Washington Post reports that the GW administrators asked DC's police to remove the encampment and they chose not to. We have not independently confirmed that. But just generally speaking, do you feel that GW is doing enough to protect students like you?
The administration is doing as much as they possibly can, but they need to be able to do more. The fact that the encampment was started at 5 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, they were given they were asked numerous times to leave and go to a different portion of the university so that students in the law school and other students who are currently working on their finals, it's an opportunity. What they're doing is they're distracting them. They were distracting law students who've worked 3 years on trying to get their law degree, but when their time comes to finally be able to graduate and take their final exams, they have to deal with this kind of interruption, and it's disruption. And I loved the point that he made of documenting all of the information that we hear and we see on these campuses. I sent you a picture yesterday of a poster that we found, of a poster that was being held up.
We can show that.
Yeah,
this one.
That picture right there. Final solution. The final solution was Hitler's program to annihilate all of the Jewish people, and not only in Europe, throughout the entire world. And so when you see things like this, people say that these protests are not anti-Semitic. That is the perfect representation of why it is true that it's anti-Semitic.
You took that picture.
I did.
When you saw it, what did you feel?
I felt, what are they doing here on this campus? Why should I feel threatened on my own campus? I'm here, I'm trying to educate myself, I'm trying to continue my academic career, but there's people chanting, there is only one solution, intifada revolution. They're calling from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. All of these chants and all of these signs are blatant anti-Semitism. And that's when freedom of speech should not, that's where your First Amendment right of freedom of speech should not protect you.
Paul, not only is David's situation significant and an example of reaching this anti-Semitism, but of course, Kamani James, that student up in Columbia, which has been barred from campus, unclear that he's been expelled, talking about Zionists don't deserve to live. Have we crossed a red line?
I think we have. And, this is where we would normally start to see activity by DOJ, statements from FBI or from Merrick Garland or from the president saying that, look, this national issue is not going to be tolerated. Look, I've been through this kind of thing before. Up close, I've been down to some of these protests. It looks a lot like Occupy Wall Street and the BLM riots of 2020. There are a lot of professional agitators, but let's not kid ourselves. A lot of this stuff is being empowered by administrators, by teachers. They are fomenting. A lot of them are out there protesting. There should be a lot more being done. And, it's a missed opportunity just to sort of be bipartisan and an effort of bipartisanship here. Mm-hmm. It would be a great optic for the president to say, deploy the National Guard. Yep. And to ensure that Jewish students are not harassed as they go to class. It would look like Selma 1965. And you know what would happen? If we weren't paying attention to these kids, eventually they'd go away. The professional agitators would run out of money. They would disappear. The kids would realize, okay, I got to go away for the summer. Now my semester is over, and that would be the end of it. But instead, it's become performative. They're allowing it. And unfortunately, I feel the only recourse now is to sue and bring class action suits that really reveal what's going on.
It's an interesting point, and we've got to leave it there, but I want to give you, David, because Paul brought up the president, just 10, 20 seconds. What would you say directly to President Biden? I
would say you need to do everything in your power to protect Jewish students and to protect the Jewish people and to support Israel 100%. Israel is our only ally in the region. They are a democratic nation. When we hear from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, it's a call for the annihilation of the state of Israel. Israel is not going anywhere. That is something that I would tell the president. I'd say Israel is not going anywhere. The Jewish people are not going anywhere. And what I would say to my Jewish brothers and sisters on campuses throughout the United States, I'd say, wave your flag proudly, wave it high, wear your Star of David proudly. Nobody can tear down our spirit.
Your spirit and strength is admirable. David Delarosa, thank you. Paul Monroe, great conversation. Have a great weekend.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.